A bald villain is transporting a group of Mexicans in his van, but they are stopped by the border patrol.
I say we take a look at your cat.
Then, Agent D and Agent K arrive and identify themselves as immigration officers. K speaks to the Mexicans in Spanish and realizes that one of them doesn't understand the language and is acting very strangely.
No hablas ni una palabra del español. Todos los demás pueden irse.
So, they let the rest go and take the suspect with them. Agent K realizes that the man isn't who he says he is and surrenders to the agent, revealing that he's actually not from Mexico or Earth at all, but from a completely different planet.
Mikey, when they let you out of jail?
In the end, they discover that he is a disguised alien named Mikey. He looks like a huge monster but somewhat friendly until he gets nervous and tries to kill one of the officers. Agent D, being very old, fails to shoot him, but K comes to the rescue and blows him to pieces, covering the officer in some kind of blue slime.
Oh, looks like you got some entrails on you there, pal.
But now it all turns into a big scene because more police officers show up out of nowhere and see their colleague covered in blue alien or Smurf blood. So, Agent K decides to use a device called the Neuralizer to make the officers forget what happened. This device is probably the most famous thing in the movie. This device erases the recent events from people's memories, giving K time to make up another story about why they were there.
I'm serious, fellas. You're lucky to be alive after a blast like that.
Underground gas main, genius.
Meanwhile, Agent D is devastated because he couldn't react and eliminate the alien. He decides to take the brave step of retiring and spending the rest of his days as a normal old man, arguing in a nursing home and not fighting aliens. So he asks K to erase all his memories.
No, D, you won't.
Now let's go to the other side of the city. Will Smith is a cop who catches a random criminal, but the guy escapes by climbing walls like Spider-Man. Will Smith isn't bothered by this and is determined to catch him. He tries to enter the building, but since it's locked, he shoots the glass. That's right, Cop of the Year. When he gets to the rooftop, the criminal says, "You'll never catch me," and jumps off, splatting himself on the ground. Meanwhile, in a far-off place, a farmer couple is having a quiet argument when they suddenly hear a loud noise outside their house. A spaceship has landed gently on their pickup truck. The farmer goes to check it out and is eaten by an alien who then wears his skin like a costume. Since it's too big, he has to adjust it. The alien, now a farmer, comes back home to his wife, who quickly realizes something is wrong but doesn't take much action except passing out after the alien tries to adjust its face skin.
Is that leather?
Well, let's leave that mess for a moment and get back to Will Smith. He's in trouble because of the criminal who got away and ended up splattered on the pavement. The investigation starts, and the forensic scientist discovers something unusual about the criminal's body, but Kay shows up and makes her forget. Alone with Will in the interrogation room, Kay turns off the cameras to leave no trace of anything and then takes Will Smith to a pawn shop.
Licenses, monitors, and polices alien activity on the planet Earth.
The owner deals in alien weapons because, a small detail we forgot to mention, when Will tried to stop the criminal, he dropped a weapon that then vanished into thin air. Kay wants Will to identify it, so they give the owner a strange look and ask him to show them the weapons he imports. And he tells them nervously that he doesn't have anything, but the pressure increases, and Kay shoots him in the head. But don't worry, it grows back again.
Do you have any idea how much that stings?
The funny part is Will Smith's face, who totally didn't expect it. In the middle of the seller's huge collection, there it is, the weapon, which turns out to be some sort of carbonizer. And the important thing is that it's very dangerous. And they also confiscate these strange weapons from the owner and order him to leave the planet. Now Kay uses the Neuralizer on James. Yes, Will Smith's character is named James, who now remembers nothing. Kay gives him his card and tells him to come see him the next day. So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air goes to the address on the card and, after taking an elevator down, finds himself among several candidates dressed like soldiers, and a man in black named Z who explains that they are looking for the best of the best of the best. But James doesn't seem to take it very seriously.
Boy, Captain America over here. Best of the best, sir.
Z proceeds to give them a written test, and James is quite uncomfortable in that egg seat. So what better idea than dragging the table to lean on it while making a lot of noise and interrupting everyone else? Next is a field test where everyone starts shooting at the aliens, except James, who is the only one who shoots a little girl. Then James explains his reasons. The alien hanging from the lamp is doing exercise, another one is sneezing, and the girl just doesn't make sense being alone in a dangerous neighborhood at night.
Books are way too advanced for her. You ask me, I say she's up to something.
This is how they choose Will Smith as the new agent.
Let's hope you know what you're doing.
And they make the rest forget what happened. Kay tells him about the origins of the agency and talks about the aliens and everything. But the cop doesn't believe him until he sees with his own eyes a group of giant crickets serving coffee. The only condition to become an agent is that he has to break ties with everyone who knows him.
What's the catch? Nobody will ever know you exist anywhere.
He finally decides to join and celebrates by wearing the most outrageous outfit in his closet. Kay gives him a new identity, Agent J, and starts showing him alien gadgets. But Will Smith touches one of them, and, as usual, causes chaos.
Hey, what's this thing?
Oh, watch your head! Somebody get him some...
Meanwhile, the alien wearing the farmer's skin has killed an exterminator, put his spaceship inside a van, and traveled to Manhattan. In the MIB building, Jay is now officially a member of the agency and is sent on his first mission with his partner Kay. But before that, we see two old men chatting peacefully in a restaurant, though they are not what they seem. They are also aliens. Adding to this, the farmer alien has been following them, searching for a very important object. But what's crucial here isn't the old men or the cat one of them carries, or even the cat's collar. Well, let's get to the point. The key item is the amulet on the collar. The farmer alien ends up killing the cat's owner and his friend, then takes off with a box he thought contained the sought-after object, which turns out to be nothing but worthless diamonds. Cut to the men in black. Jay's first mission is to capture an alien under surveillance. Kay stops the alien trying to escape Manhattan while a woman in the back seat goes into labor, and Jay tries to assist in his own unique way.
Okay, yeah.
Despite the chaos, everything goes well, and she gives birth to a squid or something like that.
Look. Oh, man.
Congratulations, Reg. It's a squid.
They then head to a newsstand and find a newspaper with a story about a woman claiming an alien stole her husband's skin. They visit the woman who recounts what happened. Kay decides to use the neuralizer on her to make her forget, then investigates the landing site of the spaceship. He uses another strange device that analyzes the soil and activates a green light, somehow indicating the alien is insect-like. Now they're on the hunt for this bad bug. Meanwhile, the police take the bodies of the two aliens from the restaurant and the cat that was with them to the morgue. There, the coroner realizes the bodies are not human.
Oh my God. Whoa, buddy, what are you?
So Agent K and Agent J show up pretending to be doctors. The coroner tells Will Smith that she believes the corpse is some kind of vessel to transport something, and indeed, they discover a compartment behind its face where there's a small, big-headed alien. Just before kicking the bucket, he tells Jay that to prevent a war, the galaxy is in Orion's belt.
To prevent war, galaxy is on
Orion's belt?
The coroner realizes they're not real doctors and thinks they belong to some secret organization. They use the neuralizer on her twice. The agents leave to gather information and encounter a dog that isn't really a dog, but another alien in disguise. Is anything here what it seems to be?
No! No! Shit!
He tells them that size doesn't matter when it comes to Orion's belt, meaning that just because something is called a galaxy doesn't mean it has to be big. It could be as small as a marble, like the amulet on the cat's collar.
You humans, when are you gonna learn that size doesn't matter? Just because something's important doesn't mean it's not very, very small.
Jay and Kay head back to the morgue, but the farmer alien had already arrived earlier, resulting in him escaping with the doctor as a hostage and taking the cat's collar back. Back at the agency, they find that a ship is threatening to destroy Earth because they also want the cat's collar. While the others debate what to do, Jay suggests if those ships over there work, as the farmer insect is probably heading there, so they activate the turbo. They remember the turbo to finally arrive at the location, but the farmer was already leaving in the ship. They managed to knock him down. Making him very angry, revealing his true form, a pretty ugly CGI creature. Then he eats Kay. Meanwhile, Jay tries to stop him from boarding another spaceship, but fails. Will Smith then steps on a cockroach and finds the alien's weak spot. He gathers a bunch of gross bugs and squashes a few, drawing the attention of the giant cockroach and giving Kay enough time to use his weapon inside the monster. They retrieve Orion's belt, only to realize the little monster is still alive. Luckily, the coroner comes to the rescue and takes him out.
Interesting job you guys have.
Important notice: no aliens were harmed during the movie. Once the galaxy is safe, Kay asks Jay to erase his memories because the truth behind all this mess is that he was training him not to be his partner, but his replacement.
I haven't been training a partner, I've been training a replacement. See you around, Jay.
After using the neuralizer, Kay returns to the woman he loves, claiming he woke up from a coma. So, Jay's new partner will be the coroner. And that was it. Luckily, this awesome saga continues in 2 more movies. If you like this recap and want to stay updated with more from the world of movies, remember to subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new video. You can also show your support by liking this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next recap.